Hey, welcome back for level 12 while loops with the farmer. Yi-yi-o. So this time we're going to be using something called a while loop, which will allow an action to take place indefinitely while a condition is checked. This is actually a pretty common loop in programming. So for example, if you have a digital thermostat in your house, like just one with a digital number on it, and it's not a mechanical thermostat or like a Nest thermostat, you program in a temperature. And while the temperature is either greater than or less than, depending on if you're heating or air conditioning, it will run your climate control. And when it reaches that point, it will stop. So we're going to use a program that's like that on the farm. So let me share my screen with you so you can see what I mean. All right, so here we are. I'm going to start kind of in the middle of this one because some of the earlier assignments are pretty easy, just kind of getting used to digging holes and filling them in. And I'm going to leave some of the really challenging ones for you to try on your own. So I'm just going to do kind of a block together in the middle. Usually I like to skip around, but this time I'm going to stick to one kind of block in the middle. So let me look at what the directions say up here. It says, help me remove all of this dirt. So if I look in this space here, I could see that some of the piles of dirt are labeled, that there's 5 scoops of dirt there, and some of them have question marks on it. So I would not be able to use a repeat loop to be able to successfully empty those piles of dirt. I'm going to use my while loop. So I'm going to take that out. And this is a variable. So you can see that this particular block can be programmed to do 3 things in this activity. You can look for a pile of dirt, you can look for a hole, or you can look to see if there's a path ahead. So it can be used for doing 3 specific actions, either digging dirt, filling in a hole, or movement. So I'm going to leave it on there's a pile because I'm going to be digging and removing the dirt. So I'm going to grab a remove block. I'm going to place that in there. And I'm going to have to move forward to get to my first pile of dirt. And I'm going to need a repeat block. So I'm going to have to do this a couple of times. So let me put all of this inside of my repeat block. And let me just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it's already set to the correct number. So I believe when I hit run, I'll move forward to the first pile of dirt. I will remove the unknown amount of dirt until it's gone. And then I'll move forward. That'll be my first repeat to the next block, where it'll again remove until it's done. That one I know is 5 scoops, and it will just keep repeating. So we'll do that to each of the 5 piles of dirt. So let me hit run, and we'll see what happens. All right, so this was a perfect choice for us because we did not know how many piles of dirt were in every single hole. I'm sorry, in every single pile. So it allowed the program to basically check to decide when we were done. So instead of having to program a repeat where you only did a specific amount, this allowed me to use that same block for all of those piles, which were all different amounts. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Let me start over. There we go. This one's pretty similar, but instead of clearing out a pile of dirt, we're filling in a hole. So I'm still going to need to move forward. I'm going to grab my while block. So this time it's set to while there's a hole. There's the bell.
That's it. I'm out of here.
To fill it. Then I'm going to need to kind of create like a zigzag pattern. So then I'm going to turn right. Switch that to right. I'm going to step forward again. And I'm going to do while there's a hole, fill. Then I'm going to turn left. And that, I only have one more block yet. So I've got to be repeating something. So I think that this will get me to that second hole, and then I'll be facing the same direction. So let me just hit run and just make sure that it works the way I expected. All right. So I didn't clear all of them, but I got to where I expected. So now that's one zigzag, and then I've got two zigzags, three zigzags. So I'm going to need to put all of this inside of a repeat. And I've got three zigzag patterns to make. So I'm going to change that to 3. And I'm going to hit reset. And I'm going to give it another try. Success. All right, so I kind of broke that one up into pieces. I got my farmer kind of moving around first to make sure that he was going to follow the path. And then I just used my repeat block to continue that path along. So I'm going to hit continue one more time. I'm going to do one more puzzle with you guys, and then I'm going to let you try the rest by yourself. All right, so for this one, I see a pattern. It's kind of like a spiral. So I'm going to move forward, fill in the one pile of dirt, turn left, move forward, fill in one pile of dirt, move, turn left, move forward. So I'm going to have a move, fill, turn. All right. So this time, because the piles of dirt are all the same, I'm just going to use one of these. So I know I'm going to need one of these. I know I'm going to need to move. I know I'm going to need to turn left. So I'm going to use my while block for my path ahead because the distance I'm moving is different every time. So that will allow me to, not have to use a separate repeat sequence in between each pile of dirt. Now, just like before, if let's just put this on and make sure it works. It should bring me to that first hole, fill it in, and turn left so that I'm lined up for the next one. That's what I'm expecting. You can see it kind of looks like radar as the farmer moves forward. So she fills it in, turns, and that's it. All right. So I need to repeat this. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So let me change that to 4 times. Hit run. Off she goes. And the last pile, success. All right. So the next bunch are the challenge ones. So they are a little tougher. They don't do anything new. They just make you think about how to accomplish the same kind of goals. So let me stop sharing my screen. Come back to my classroom here. So those while blocks are going to be very helpful, especially when we don't have a repeat. There goes that bell again.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Especially when we don't have a repeatable pattern. And they're also great when we are not sure how many times we need to do something. So when it's kind of like a little bit of a mystery, it'll keep that program running until that condition is met. So kind of like our if-else blocks from the last time where we had a condition programmed in, this uses a condition too, just uses it in a slightly different way. All right, good luck. I'll see you next level. Bye.